probably wondering why we are standing in a field next to a tripod with a little minion hanging down from it. And this particular field is a field right behind Cabela's, actually. You're all familiar with Cabela's, 94 and Hall Road. And we are standing over one of our manholes for our sanitary sewer. And we are in the process of doing a huge inspection project that we do all the time. We are continuously inspecting our underground so that we understand what the condition of the underground is, and then depending on what we find out from the various inspections that we do and evaluating our footage, etc., we then put together a capital improvements plan. But it's very, very critically important so that the investment that we have all made is protected properly and that we're taking care of it all. So I'm out here today with Steve Rizicki, who is one of my engineers, who's also the project manager for our current inspection program. And he's really sort of in charge of all of our inspections and looking at things and making sure the crew is getting the information that he needs, that we need to properly evaluate what's happening here. And the reason this looks like a minion is because one of the staff had a little fun with this particular battery and thought it needed a little dressing up. So that's why it looks like a minion. But anyway, and I think Steve wanted to make sure it matched our safety vest, right? Anyway, we have, for our inspection this summer, we're going to do about 450, 460 manhole inspections, of which we have close to 1,000 throughout the system. So again, it's critically important that you have everything on in our case, a 2-year cycle, so that we're evaluating and inspecting. And I think rather than me explaining to you what is happening here, I'm going to have Steve just tell us what is the purpose of this minion. Really, we're laughing at it, but it's a very important piece of a tool that we have and what we're doing.
So over the past few years, knowing that this big round of inspections coming, we've developed kind of our own in-house techniques and technology for inspecting manholes and mainline pipes. Traditionally, we would hire this out, have contractors on board to do this, but we decided we would do it in-house and save time and money. So the two setups that you see here, the first, Candice mentioned the minion. This is our manhole inspection unit. So what we have is a battery compartment for the lights, and then we have a GoPro 360 that's on the bottom of it. And what we'll do is we'll turn on the GoPro and the lights, lower this down all the way to the bottom of the pipe and back up. And this will take a full 360-degree video of the manhole, which we then can use for assessment and determining what the condition of manholes are. Candice, we've got about 450 of these to do this summer, give or take, so we're going to be busy, and this guy's going to be out in the field a lot. And to couple with that, we also inspect the pipes that are between the manholes, which we have this unit that we built here that we call the GoFlow. This is basically a floating buoy with a GoPro 360 on it. And similar concept, takes 360-degree 4K footage of all of our mainline sewer pipes. So we will deploy this here in a little bit and let it float downstream to where our guys are downstream, and we'll collect this for and grab it and get the camera footage of it.
I know there's a lot of discussion about AI, whether AI is good or bad or whatever's going to happen with AI in the future. My personal feeling is there's no way to put the toothpaste back in the tube. AI is here. So for our purposes, we were the first in the state, and one of the first in the nation to use AI in our sewer applications. So we have some software called Sewer AI. So after we inspect everything and have the footage, we then run it all through Sewer AI, which is our software program. And I'm going to ask Steve Rizicki just to tell a little bit about what that really means in terms of savings of money and time, effort, etc.
So traditionally, these video footages would be watched by people. And some of these videos are hours and hours long of just reaches of pipe. And we relied on the human eye to detect and code any defects that were in the pipe to standards that we use in the industry. Now, using Sewer AI, we can put those videos up on the platform, and usually within the next day or two, we'll get a full report back of all the defects within the pipe, and give us an evaluation of what we're looking at. So that's a huge time savings and savings on the human eye looking at hours and hours of video footage. The other aspect of time saving with this process is it's quick. So for instance, last week we deployed the GoFlow and a pipe that was about 5,000 feet long and recorded the full video in about 45 minutes.
Wow.
The manhole unit, we did every manhole along that stretch. There was 13 of them within a couple of hours of driving. So we did full 5,000 feet of pipe, every manhole, and was able to put it up and post-process it almost in a day and a half, which is a huge time savings for us. Plus, we get to look at the video, almost in real time and see if there's anything major, or see if we have to go back and redeploy it for whatever reason, which is a huge time saving for us.
So we're saving time, we're saving money, we're trying to utilize technology that's available to us in the best application that we possibly can, because the money that we're saving is your money, really. And we're here, we're a government agency, and we're here to serve the public, and we're trying to do that to the best of our ability. I just hope y'all understand something that's I think is very important, and you should all be very proud of us. We spent, our department, like most departments like us, spent literally for many, many years, millions and millions and millions of dollars on companies to come in and do all of this inspection. And then, it took a long time to get the information, the video, etc., make the evaluation of what we were looking at in that. And we really have some excellent, excellent county employees who have used their creativity and thought processes here to develop this. As he just said, we really sort of developed this all in-house, saving so much money. And then as we're doing all of this inspection now with our own team, again, we are literally saving millions, I'm not exaggerating, millions of dollars that we can now, rather than spending that on evaluating, we're going to do the evaluation. Now we can spend that money. And the only way we get money usually is from the ratepayers. That means from people watching this video who use our system here. And so instead of using the money to evaluate, now we're going to be able to use these funds to actually fix things. And that's really our job, right? We need to be able to make sure that things are properly maintained and that we fix them. And you can't fix something unless you know what the problem is. So I'm very excited about this. This is why I wanted to do this video. And I just say hats off to Steve and his team for really being at the forefront, because it's interesting. You have other departments like ours, not just in the immediate area, but around the country, that are calling us all the time. What are you guys doing? And what is this? And how does that work? So makes us all feel pretty good here. And anyway, it's a really interesting, I think it's very interesting. And I just wanted to share this with you. So if you see our teams out and you see these little minions hanging over a manhole, you're going to know what to do.
Follow us on social media. For more information, explore our website, reach out via email, or connect through our toll-free hotline, 1-877-679-4337.